Hey YouTube, this is Lady Locks coming at you with another video, a pregnancy vlog. I know it's been a long time since I've been on. I think my last video was at my 21st or either 22nd week of pregnancy. But I just wanted to come back and give an update. I have a new webcam, so I wanted to try and see if I can start uploading videos more often, being that I go in for my checkup a little more regular than usual people do. But what's been going on lately is I had the cerclage placed when I was 12 or 13 weeks. I can't remember. That was back in July. And at this point right now, I am 27 weeks and 4 days. It's been a rough road, but we made it thus far. I went to the doctor during my 21 week, and I think it was 21 weeks or 22 weeks, and she was telling me that I was funneling, which meant that my cerclage was opening. So what happened was she kept watching it, and I had to go back every 2 weeks for another ultrasound and to check and see if there was any change. There was no change up until 23 weeks when I went into the doctor. She placed me on strict 22 or 23 weeks. She put me on strict bed rest because it opened even further, and I was running the risk of having the baby before 24 weeks. So being that the hospital that I would go to does not have a NICU, I would have to go to another hospital in my area. So she called another physician while I was there, and he was telling her to place me on strict bed rest until 24, 25, 26 weeks, just to see what the outcome is if it was opening anymore. But I was on strict bed rest. But during my bed rest, my father has been real ill, and I was on bed rest for a week, and my father took ill. He had cancer, and he went into the hospital that Saturday after I was placed on bed rest the Wednesday before. So when he went to the hospital, they kept him. He stayed in that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now, I could not go to the hospital because I was on strict bed rest for those days, but I did end up going to the hospital on Monday. And I'm glad I went to the hospital because Wednesday morning they called us to come back to the hospital, and about 4:30 that afternoon he passed. So it's been hectic, along with being pregnant and having to deal with the funeral of one of your parents. So with that stress on top of everything, it was very hard for me to stick to bed rest because there was so much for us to do in planning his funeral. So we went through that, and the thing was, I had a doctor's appointment the Wednesday of my dad's funeral, and she could have told me that morning. I was scared to go because it was either I was going straight to the hospital after I left that doctor's appointment, or I was going home to get in the bed. So I tried to take it easy as much as I could for those 2 weeks, and so when I went in that morning, she said the numbers looked even better than they did 2 weeks before, because how your cervix goes, it opens and closes and opens and closes. So I was at a point where I was closed again, but you know, a few minutes later I could have been open again. That's just how the cervix goes. So I was still on bed rest, but I was able to go to my dad's funeral. So after that, I took it easy because I was in a lot of pain. I have a lot of, for one, I can't sleep at night. Rolling over and getting up out of the bed is torture. When I went in, lost my train of thought. Oh, when I went to the pain that I was having, that's what we were talking about. I'm having a lot of pressure in the pelvic area, and I'm having a lot of back pain. A lot of back pain. So, yeah, don't mind the person in the background. That's just my brother-in-law. So I was having a lot of back pain, but when I went to, she said it's normal. It's because I have never been this far along. It's the ligament pain, but it is torture to have that pain. So we went through all of that. So when I went to that appointment, that was my, I think, 24th week. So what the doctor told me, I went in 2 weeks later, and she was telling me that they're going to try and hold the baby until my 28 weeks because they see that the stitches have opened, but they have not gotten worse. It's still the same, and I haven't dilated more. I'm still at the same spot, but I'm still on bed rest. Not strict bed rest. She has me on modified bed rest right now because I'm 27 weeks and I have another week for my 28th week, and she's kind of comfortable after 28 weeks, but we're trying to hold her in longer. So that's what's going on lately. I don't have my notes in front of me, so I can't remember everything else. Other than those pain symptoms, I don't have any other symptoms except for I'm just extremely tired and out of breath all the time. Now she is I'm having a little girl, if you don't know, and she is kicking non-stop. She is very active, and it's not, she doesn't have a set pattern of when she's asleep and when she's awake. One day she could be up early morning all day and up and sleep at night, and the next day she'll be sleeping all morning and then up in the afternoon and up at night. So it's crazy, but she's just a kicking and moving. And I went to the doctor on last Wednesday. Everything looked good, and she was saying that the baby, I'm measuring 29 weeks instead of where I'm at 27 weeks and 4 days. But she told me my when she measured the belly that I'm measuring more than what I should be measuring. So on my next visit, which is in 2 weeks, I have another 2-week visit. She's gonna check the growth again of the baby, and I have to have my glucose test to check and see if I have gestational diabetes, because that could be a reason why she's growing so fast. So I'm keeping my hands crossed. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see when we go in, and then at that time I'll try to record another video when I get from that doctor appointment and give you an update of what's going on. If there are any other questions that you may have for me, or any other questions I failed to answer, feel free to leave in the comment bar, and I'll do the best I can to answer all your questions. And until the next video, rate and subscribe and like this video, please. And I'll talk to you later. Oh, I want to show you a belly shot because I've never done a belly shot. So I'm going to show what I can of my belly. Here it goes. Okay, that's the belly shot. But if you haven't noticed, I do have stretch marks. So till the next video, I'll talk to you later.